Hello everyone, this is KJ. Welcome back to No Man's Sky 2025. It's Frigate Day. Oh, I've been dreading this. I've been really dreading this, but we're going to get to it. So I had kind of a long conversation with Seriously's Gaming about the frigates. I mean, it wasn't totally about the frigates. I woke him up, but I'm like, dude, frigates. No, so the game plan is going to be that's the galaxy map. I mean, just start off being goofy. There it is. The game plan is going to be to basically keep everything that's as good as the Normandy, which is 3 tons of fuel. If I can find the dang thing, I'll show it to you. So here's the Normandy. It takes 3 tons of fuel per 250 light years, but our freighter is only A class. And if we just take a quick look at the freighter here, there we go. So we have an A class freighter. The fleet coordination is 34.5, which is really pretty good. I mean, it's not terrible, but if it was an S class, it would possibly be quite a bit better. We only have one combat and defense upgrade and one mining upgrade, which is industrial upgrade. Everything else is done. Science is right there. Trade is right there. Fuel efficiency is right here. And it's possible if we put fuel efficiency on better slots, it might be better. I think we've only got 2, and it'll kill our hyperdrive range to do that. So I don't want to do that. Which one is this one? Expedition speed. We've only got 1 of those as well. So we do have some farming to do, but I've only got 3 slots left. So the plan is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismiss the frigates that are bad, that are 4 tons of fuel or worse, and there are worse in my fleet. And then during the week off video, I'm going to try to replace this freighter. I have I wonder if I can even see it. Should be able to see it here. Space stations. Engine. Yeah, we were laughing about the name of this place. Ijin is an affluent GEC system. I went there for the GEC words, but there wasn't any good places to do that. It also has an S-Class station cabinet, but I've already reloaded. There's nothing there. It's absolute garbage. But there is a freighter there that I really like. And so I'm going to try to get the S-Class. And what that's going to mean is tearing apart this ship. So I'm very nervous about it. Plus, I've worked a little bit on the inventory, but everything has to be put away, and all of this stuff has to be removed and put away. I'm going to put it on one of my ships, one of my starships. And that way, when I go to buy the S-Class freighter, I won't have to worry about there not being enough cargo space. All of this stuff, see Seriously's Gaming. Quite a complicated conversation, which, I mean, we're dependent on my brain here at this point. Alright, so let's get rid of some of these frigates. We'll have to get new ones, of course. Manage fleet. So we'll start right up here. So this one is good. It's got everything that it needs. It is 1 expedition from being done. Or is it 55 or 50? And now I can't remember if it's 55 or 50 expeditions. But anyway, it's done, basically. These numbers might go up, but this isn't going to change. So that's a keeper. Then we have this one, which is really good. 1 ton of fuel per 250, plus all of this minus expedition duration, minus fuel cost, 25, still improving. Let's look at this one here. 2 tons, we're going to keep that. 37, still improving. This one only has 26. 1 ton of fuel. It's awesome. I'm going to get lost in these. Oh, that was the right one. 46, almost done. 1 ton of fuel. Really a good one. 1 ton of fuel. Then here's the Normandy, the Leviathan, and then our first raider. 5 tons of fuel. Even with an S-class freighter, this thing is always going to be garbage. Goodbye. Okay, Recon Organic. Here's our next one. 3 tons of fuel. We're going to keep that because when we get an S-class freighter, there's a possibility that this is going to improve to 2 tons. And which would be fine because our support frigates are going to take care of that. In fact, it may already be doing better. And then the Ship of the Doomed. Alright, here we go. A-classes. Oh boy. The A-class, I think there is one more plus it can get. It is an exploration, but it's 4 tons, so we're going to get rid of it because I think if we look further down, we have better ones. Well, those are all supports. Alright. Let's do it. Let's just do it because these specific type ships are really killing me here. Although I have gotten minus tons of fuel with these, but I have to send all supports with it anyway, so that's the way that goes. And the last industrial is really bad. Goodbye. Alright, here's our trade ship, 5 tons. Goodbye. And we are talking about A-class ships. Now the supports are completely different. All of the rest of these are supports. And they're all still getting better. So here's this one, 2 tons. It's going to be great. Hopefully. Only 7 expeditions, 2 tons. Good job. 1 ton of fuel. This one's amazing already. And it's only 16 expeditions in. C-class. It should be B-class right now, but we'll hang in there because it's already doing good things. And then 2 tons, we're fine with that. I'm going to get lost. Is this the last one? 2 tons. And then our 2 B-classes, 2 tons, and 2 tons. These are all great. And did we look at the A's? Yeah, I think they're both great. They're both great. So all of the rest of these ships are still improving. They're not S-class yet. Let's make sure they can be. Only 18 expeditions, definitely. 24, definitely going to be S-class. Now with B-class you need 2 levels still to go. 8 expeditions is great. 19 is a little tight, but I'm pretty sure we're going to make it to S-class. And it's already got this and 2 or 3 more bonuses to go. So we'll hang on to all of those. Alright, now then. We still have some expensive ships. And namely, I forgot to look at that one. Namely is our special ships. But I'm not going to get rid of the special ships because I can't replace them with anything. This one is absolutely done. It's confused as hell as to how many times it's been damaged. Let's back out of that. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's doomed. That's basically what's wrong with it. It's doomed. Yeah, it doesn't know. It's doomed. Doomed to sail forever. Drowned in the stars. That's the ship's company. Anyway, it's done, but only 1 ton. And then we have the Organic, the Leviathan. It's 3 tons. It's done, but it's a special ship that can't be replaced. So if you see what I mean, then that's the ships that we're keeping are the ones that we can't replace, and the ones that are finished and great. And the ones that aren't finished but still have, like, all the potential to be great. Nobody's on expedition. Do we have... Let's see how much fuel we have. We have 1,200, 2 times 6, 1,250 tons of fuel. Howdy. You know what? Hold that thought. Jeez. Alright. Let's look at our missions here. That's really long. Let's do the balanced one because it should be super cheap and easy. We can send out our supports. All of our C-class supports. So we have 3 stars. We're going to launch that. I don't think this happens right away. Oh, we did. We actually gained 50 tons of fuel from that. Okay, so now we have 1,300 tons of fuel. Lee was telling me that you don't always gain fuel when it says negative tons, but you do sometimes. All right, next one, trade expedition. Let's do this one. Did not keep a trade ship, so we'll go back to our lowest supports here. And we have that one, negative tons of fuel, 5 stars, bye-bye. And then we'll check that. So we've gained another 50 tons of fuel. I saw about 2 years ago, I saw Lee doing this and just gaining in fuel every single day. And I thought that was stunning, and it has taken me quite some time to learn this. Alright, let's take a look at this combat mission. Now we do still have this raider. So let's send the raider and see if we can eliminate his issues. Negative tons of fuel, very good. 4 stars. It was a little tight, but if the raider gets damaged, we'll just fix it. Bye. And then, hello. Hello, ribbon in my face. We didn't gain any fuel from that one. And then we have what's left. The discovery mission I don't want to send because it's way too long. And then the trade mission. And we will send out the Normandy. Here we go. Can we afford the Normandy? We can. There we go. And let's check the fuel. We didn't gain any fuel from that. But the Normandy is a little expensive. So, yeah, we didn't gain any fuel from that. But the 3 supports completely covered the fuel needed for the Normandy to take that flight. So that was pretty cool. I think that's the first time that I've sent out all the missions without spending any money. Well, all the missions except for that 48,700 light year mission, which would cost fuel. There's no way I'm going to get away with that. That's way too long, unless I made the fuel upgrades for it. Now, what was that again? That was a trade mission. Discovery mission. So we need an exploration upgrade, which I'm not gonna do. Oh, I'm still on free. Let's see. Free does not pay for missions, so that's not a thing. I put it on free for the live stream for something. I don't even remember what it was. All right, that makes it easier to look at the menu. Let's see. I don't think I have ever made these. There we are. So that's industrial. That's combat. This is exploration. We don't have a solar mirror. But here's the mind control device, which is consumable frigate upgrade. The mind control device plugs into the ship's trading and communication systems, allowing the fleet to gain the upper hand in any negotiation. That's not going to help with fuel. So we have the fuel oxidizer, which does help with fuel. I don't know if 3 of them would be enough. It shortens the mission, right? It's not really, it doesn't lower the amount of fuel, it shortens the mission. I mean, let's make 3 of them and see. Oh, I can only make 2 because I only have 2 quad servos. But let's see what that mission would look like with that. 14 hours and 24 minutes. And then we would have only the Leviathan and the Ship of the Damned, 50 tons of fuel. So, yeah, that would still cost money, so we're not going to do that. And plus, it'll be gone for a really long time. And bring back Psychonic eggs. Bleh. Alright, now let's see. Let's save. Because you always want to save before you go looking for frigates. Let's see what system we're in. 1-star conflict. Sustainable, so there might be some frigates out there. Have I been to the space station? I don't think I have. We're going to be visiting this planet tomorrow. I've already spent an hour on it. Just learning words. I haven't done the zoology. But just learning words. It's the first time that I've been able to find a planet that was so nice, you know, for learning words in Gek. We go over all the way over to the space station, then we'll be both far enough away from my freighter and have a long enough flight to trigger a freighter to come in. And we're just going to sit here for a second. It'll come in while we're in the station, but I didn't see any frigate or freighter groups in the system when I got here, so that might take a reload. Yeah, let's go inside. It's not a 3-star system, so there won't be a lot of them. But we can look around the area and see if we can pick up some new supports. Let's see, what kind of system are we in? Mercenary. Move it. Move it. That's the same gun. Yeah. Blech. Alright. There's a few Geks here. Still no fleet. Oops, I didn't need that. I didn't mean to click on that. Howdy. If I got a deal for you, you may have this bolt caster for just 477 nanites. It's a deal. Especially since you're not like, you know, a gunslinger. No freighters that I can see. Let's go next door. Look at all of our fleets are out there. Let's see here. We don't want any raiders. I do wish that you could just dial in an economy. Just be like, yeah, I need a 3-star economy. Someplace that sells stasis devices. Can you imagine? Just being able to buy a stasis device. Oh. There's one. Alright, conflict level is 2. And I've been in that last system for quite some time, so, you know, maybe if there is a fleet, it's left. Alright, let's see, there's a fleet right there. Let's see if they have support frigates. Here we go. That's an explorer. That looks like an industrial ship. Let's see. That's definitely an industrial ship. Sleepy dark fleet, wake up. Everybody wake up. Here you go. Is that an explorer? No, it's a trade vessel. It's so dark over here. Another trade vessel. Oh, this ship is really cool looking too. I didn't see this ship. This one is really nice. It's got nacelles. Maybe we'll just drop a, what do you call it? Base computer here as well. These are all trade vessels. Wow, I really like that freighter. That's nice. Right. Oh, what's that over there? Is that a water planet? No, it's a hot one. It's nice to have options because, you know, what if I spend 2 hours in that other system and I can't find an S-class freighter? And besides this one's nicer. Okay, so drop this. Now the problem of finding a system with support frigates, and I could portal to a system with support frigates, but that's not the same thing. Freighter, E-I-G-H-T-E-R, with nacelles. And I'll check the cabinets when I come back for that. See if we can find a system with supports. Oh, there's another one. Doesn't have to be GEC. It just happens that that's what I'm finding in 3 stars. Alright, let's see here. That is industrial. There we go. Alright, no expeditions, only 1 ton of fuel. We're taking this one because it's starting out already. Even though it's got crappy numbers, it's only got 1 expedition. It's only using 1 ton of fuel, so we're going to start right out with that. That was a good one. I don't like how it turns you around, you know. see. I see a couple of explorers. That is industrial. Do you not have anything to sell me? Who's calling me? That's an industrial. We'll look at it. 3 tons of fuel. I'm not going to start out with that. It's okay, 17. It's not great. You want this number to be like 20. So it's not great. And the fuel cost is too high, so I don't need an explorer. So we have 2 industrials. Here's one. Alright, 1 ton of fuel, 3 expeditions, really good numbers actually. We're paying for it too. It's 400,000 more than the last one. But we're billionaires, as Lee likes to tell me. The crew mood is mellow. These are pretty good numbers, and 1 ton of fuel, so we'll take that. Jesus. Settle down, shippo. Alright, let's see. Was there any more on this side of me before I go the other way? That's an industrial. Explorer, explorer, explorer. It's industrial. Industrial. There we go. You can tell, if you're wondering, this support frigate, let me turn around and look at it straight on. You see how the barrels on there are laying down on their sides? The industrial frigate has them standing up vertically, and it has landing sleds. So the support, they're laying down on their sides. The industrial has landing sleds, and they're vertical. So 2 tons of fuel. I'm not going to take this one, but because we're getting much better ones in this system. So I'm going to ignore that one. And that is those. Okay. Let's go over to the space station. I think I looked at all of those. Yeah, that's the explorer fleet. They're all explorers. I was way too close to the space station to pulse over there, so we're just going to boost over. Ooh, it's nice in here. Blue and purple. Yummy. Oh God, I'm hungry. I've only just started working and I'm hungry already. Alright, let's see if there's any other reason to be in this system before we go pulse again. Okay, we see I have the same multi-tool on both sides. B class, and is it an A? It is not. It is a B. Alright, let's do a quick pulse. Conversely, you can warp out and back. Look at how many ships showed up over there. Or you can reload in the space station. Is there no other planets? Oh, there's one over there. We'll just get closer to the planet. That's a trade ship. He's gonna bug me. We'll just sit here for a minute. Shoot an asteroid. There we go. You used to be able to see frigates for sale halfway across the star system. Now you got to get really close. Okay, there's a trade ship down there on the left and a support right in front of me. Support frigate, 1 ton, 6 expeditions, great numbers. And minus 1% expedition duration to start with, which is really good. 1.9 million, we will take it. I'm surprised another fleet didn't zoom in while we were doing that. I suppose we can look at this trade ship while we're waiting. There's the other fleet. Yeah, this is terrible. 23 trade, though. Back in the day, I would have bought that ship just because of its trade number. Because the less ships that you sent, the less cost it was. And but I don't want to make fuel anymore for a living, so I'm gonna try to do the support thing. I think we're doing pretty good. We've gotten a lot of ships going. Now it's up to me. Oops, wrong button. Now it's up to me to get the right freighter. 2 tons. I am not going to take this one, even though it's like really good. It's got really good numbers other than that. Where'd the rest of the fleet go? There it is. Alright, last one, because we're overtime here. I expected this video to take 15 minutes. 2 tons of fuel. We're going to let it go. Alright. Let's go back to our freighter. If you're curious, yes, you can catch up with your own frigates. You can just fly right up to them. They quite often zoom off as soon as you get there. But that's okay. Alright, over there. Gosh darn it, Shippo. They keep smacking into rocks. Tomorrow we're going to go down there to this absolutely gorgeous paradise planet. Like I said, I've already spent about an hour down there. And we're going to spend some time enjoying that. So there's our new frigates. We bought 3, I guess. I guess it was 3. Freighter's right in the atmosphere because I was on the ground when I called it. Alright. There we go. We dismissed a bunch of frigates that even under the best circumstances were still going to be terrible. We kept our specials, and we have some really nice supports and some 3 brand new ones. Thank you all so very much for coming along. I do hope that you have a lovely evening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.